I am your Twitch host, Kyle Peck, aka Kylesk8r24, and today we are actually...
We got a transmission coming in from the Citadel. Top priority clearance.
Is it the ambassador?
It's not his signature. I think it's from the council. I'll patch it through to the comm room.
Well, I guess we have to head here to this next mission. But we will be heading back to the Citadel for more side missions.
Commander Shepard, we've received information that may be critical to your mission against Saren.
I'll take all the help I can get.
We've received an urgent message from one of our infiltration regiments in the Traverse.
You mean spies?
Spectres tend to attract attention, Commander. But they are only one arm of the Council. Special task groups are often a better option for monitoring developing situations.
We currently have several infiltration units scattered throughout the border regions of Citadel's space. This particular unit was gathering intel on Saren.
What did they find?
Unfortunately, the message we received was little more than static. The infiltration team must be in a situation where they can't set up proper interstellar communications. But the message was sent on a channel reserved for mission-critical communications. Whatever they were trying to tell us, we know it was important. Considering your interest in Saren, we thought you might want to investigate this. Find out what happened to our team. The signal originated from the planet Vermeer.
I'll look into it.
The Council prefers not to become involved in the specifics of Spectre activities. We only want you to be aware of all your options, including Vermeer. Good luck, Commander Shepard. We will keep you advised if we learn anything else.
Alright, well, we now have Vermeer as a main mission. But anyway, thank you very much for anyone who watches now or in the future, and I really appreciate your support. So, at this point, I have already completed Therum, where I have recruited Liara, excuse me, and I have just recently finished off going to Noveria. But some of those will be activated when I head back to the Citadel.
Message coming in. Patching it through.
Commander, I'm glad you were in the area. We've got an emergency situation, and you're the only one I can trust to get the job done.
How can I help, Admiral?
Biotic fanatics have hit a medical research station with a psychotropic drug. The drugs have temporarily driven researchers crazy, and the biotics are effectively using them as human shields.
So if I shoot everything that moves, a lot of researchers are gonna die.
Exactly. A normal team could handle the biotics, but a lot of innocent researchers would die during the operation. That's why I contacted you. I'm hoping you can keep the casualties to a minimum.
I'll do everything within my power to bring those researchers back safely, Admiral.
I know you will, Commander. I'm sending you the station coordinates now. Fifth lead out.
Okay, so... for those who weren't watching the Noveria playthrough, I essentially got to 100% Paragon using a very specific conversation with a Turian by the name of Lorik Keen. If you haven't noticed it, if you haven't looked at it already, I would suggest looking at that specific little cheat, and you'll be able to understand why. But in the meantime... Also, I apologize in advance if you happen to hear certain things in the background, like planes or squawking birds, or even just background music. I do live with my family, and, you know, life just happens. So, we're just going to keep chugging along as we continue throughout this entire Mass Effect trilogy. So, thank you for your patience and your understanding in advance. So, at this point, I have gone through getting certain achievements with most of my squad members, but the only two that I haven't yet are Ashley and Tally. So these are the next squad members that I'm planning to bring next.
Equalizing interior pressure with exterior atmosphere. Logged. The commanding officer is ashore. Exo Presley has the deck.
Okay, I'm just gonna make sure that I save really quickly before too long. Yeah. Alright, so trying to go to the Citadel, at least going back to the Citadel at least once every mission as soon as possible is normally the best thing, but I did not go back to the Citadel after picking up Liara, so this is my second time back on the Citadel, and there's a lot of new things that'll happen when you do.
At ease. Rear Admiral Mihailovic, 5th Fleet.
We weren't told to expect you, sir. I would have prepared a formal greeting.
Spare me the pleasantries. I command the 63rd Scout Flotilla. You and the Normandy were slated for my unit after shakedown. And the Council got their paws, claws, tentacles, whatever. They got them on our ship and you.
I still serve the Alliance, sir. As a Spectre, I can advance our interests to the Council.
You still know what color your blood is, Shepard? I don't begrudge the politician's decision to throw you to the Council. It's an opportunity. I do begrudge this over-designed piece of tin, though.
The Normandy is a fine ship, sir. She's served us well so far.
It's a gimmick, Commander. Useless in a stand-up fight. This experiment...
So, yeah. Sorry, that was my bird.
For the same price, we could have had a heavy cruiser. But no, we had to make nice to the Turians, throw money at a co-developed boondoggle. I'm here to make an inspection, Commander. Normandy is an Alliance warship. I intend to see she's along. Commander, I'm not happy.
I'm sorry to hear that, sir.
Who designed that CIC? Putting the commander aft of everyone else is inefficient. What if he needs to discuss with the operators toward the bow?
Modified Turian style. They prefer commanders looking over their subordinates rather than in the middle of them. We wanted to see how effectively they can command with that setup.
Reasonable goal, but they should have studied that in a lab rather than on a frontline warship. I had to shake my head at that drive core of yours. 120 billion credits of element 0 to make this thing able to move without giving itself away. You realize we could make drive cores for 12,000 fighters with that money? What good is it to hide for a few hours anyway? Useless.
We can loiter in an enemy system and monitor traffic, or drop infiltration teams on enemy worlds. Normandy can be more effective than the Solarian STG.
Maybe. But that's not the job of a proper warship. We're supposed to find and kill the enemy fleet, not count how many times their garrison goes to the bathroom. And we need to talk about your crew, Commander. Krogan? Asari? Turians? What are you thinking, Commander? You can't allow alien nationals free access to Alliance equipment?
Between Saren and the Geth, we have enough enemies out here. Treating other species with suspicion and distrust won't win hearts and minds.
That assumes the hearts and minds are worth winning. That hasn't been proven yet. You have anything else to say, Commander? Any other justifications for the state of this vessel?
I think the Normandy is a good ship, sir. Even if you disagree, you have to see that her joint construction and multiracial crew make the Alliance look better.
Your job is to look good, Commander. The Alliance navies is to win wars. I'm not convinced Normandy isn't a waste of taxpayer money, but I am convinced that you believe otherwise, and that you'll use it to its best ability. I'll be submitting a report to the Joint Military Council. It will not be as negative as I'd planned. Good hunting, Commander Shepard. Make us proud.
So yeah, essentially, if you have all of those Paragon and Renegade options available, you can definitely shed light on the positivity of the Alliance and the humans surrounding the worlds that you live in.
The Normandy
This is quite the view, Commander. So peaceful up here. Very romantic, if you're into that sort of thing.
Alright. So at this point, we're just going to explore...
Alliance officials have raided a dangerous cult controlled by a former Alliance officer, Major Kyle. Major Kyle surrendered and is now being treated for severe post-traumatic stress disorder.
We're just going to explore every nook and cranny of the Citadel, just to make sure that we've gone through everything that we can. Like our favorite reporter here, Kylesk8r24 Al-Jelani, Westerland News. The reporter you can punch if you really want to.
Kylesk8r24 Al-Jelani, Westerland News. Would you answer a few questions for our viewers?
Yep.
What do you want to know?
You've been given a unique position to represent our race. People want to get a sense of how you'll do that. Humans have been trying to get the respect of the galactic community for 26 years. With that in mind, what are your feelings on being the first human Spectre?
The Spectres represent the best of every species in the galaxy. To be asked to join them is an honor.
Some have said your appointment is the Citadel throwing humans a bone. Have you encountered any situations where the Citadel asked you to place its needs before the needs of Earth?
The Council is concerned with the needs of the whole galactic community. We're part of that community now. Our needs are on their agenda, but we're one of many.
You really do believe that, don't you? You've been given command of an advanced human warship for your missions. Is there anything you'd like to say about it?
Actually, the Normandy was co-developed by human and Turian engineers. Its design incorporates many innovations, all of which are classified, I'm afraid.
So the Turians have knowledge of the Normandy that is being kept secret from the Alliance public? Do you think it was appropriate to hand Earth's most advanced warship
to anyone? I'm in command, and last I checked, I'm human. Same goes for my crew.
Human, yes, but you do work for the Citadel now, Commander. Speaking of your new job, did the Council order you to sabotage human research concern on Noveria?
The Council had nothing to do with it. There was an accident at Binary Helix Labs. In the interest of protecting the company's confidentiality, I can't say more.
That's a surprising revelation, Commander. We've had nothing but stonewalling from Binary Helix. Given your recent experiences, do you think humanity will ever get the respect it deserves from the galactic community?
Respect's a funny thing. People always assume they deserve it. The truth is, respect is earned. And I firmly believe we can earn it.
You're an idealist, Commander, but a sincere one. I hope you're right. One last question, Commander. Rumors back home say you're tracking a rogue Spectre named Saren. Do you have any comment on that?
Saren instigated the attack on our colony at Eden Prime. Once his involvement was proven to the Council, I was assigned to bring him in.
That's surprising, Commander. The official line says Eden Prime was attacked by rogue synthetics. Good luck in your mission. Thank you for your time, Commander Shepard.
There we go. Now we got the Soldier Ally trophy earned. And the Quarian Ally. Okay, so it was just that simple. Awesome.
Hello, Commander.
Show me what you've got.
I'll open the rare stocks.
Alright. I'm not gonna go over things that I've already heard before. But I am gonna buy these licenses. Cool. I'm also going to try and not to travel using the rapid transit. I want to be able to hear as much narrative as I can, so that you guys can hear it as well.
Good to see you, Commander.
Okay. I think that's pretty much it.
CSEC seems more like a military operation than a police force.
Quarians aren't too popular with Citadel security. They think we're all beggars and thieves.
C-Sec seems more like a military operation than a police force.
Okay. Let's really quickly look at our journal. So we've got the medical base. So there's actually 2 missions once you get to 100% Paragon and or 100% Renegade. I think it used to be one mission was specifically Paragon while the other was specifically Renegade. So if you manage to essentially dip your intimidation and charms to the max, you could get these missions. And you could also get 75% Renegade or Paragon for those missions.
Struggling to understand why a computer system catastrophically overloaded recently. Technicians are reportedly unsure of what caused the malfunction, or even what the system was originally designed to do. C-Sec is investigating the possible vandalism or misuse of public property.
And I do apologize, I am eating at this very moment. I don't need to go see Dr. Michelle anymore. Actually, no. Let's head to Flex. Oh, here we go.
Tossed out of there.
Doran didn't have a clue what I was doing. He assumed I was cheating.
You were cheating, though, weren't you?
I was just tipping the scales in my favor. Only as an experiment.
It still sounds like cheating to me.
To you, maybe. But this device is merely intended to simulate situations and record results. Recording losses is easy, of course. Nobody notices those.
Why do you need to record these outcomes?
Ah, now you're getting to the heart of it. I've spent the last 5 years developing a system that can accurately predict wins and losses on the Quasar. I just need a few more recorded wins and I can complete the algorithms.
Can you do that? Isn't that illegal?
It's illegal to use my system, but I won't use it. I'll sell it to others. I just need a few more wins recorded.
Does the device help me win?
The device is set to emit a frequency that will slightly increase your odds. Nothing like my system eventually will, but enough to allow you to record your wins more quickly.
Why don't you just sell the device then?
What? No. This device is archaic. It uses brute force to achieve its goal. Besides, you saw how easily it was detected. My system, when it's complete, will be far more efficient and completely undetectable.
What's in this for me?
Keep your winnings. That should be payment enough, I think.
I'll help you out.
Ah. I suppose I could let you try it. Here you go. When you've recorded enough wins, it'll let you know. Of course, if you get caught with the device, well, you saw what happened to me. Well, off you go. That data won't collect itself.
It's not what I heard. And what if we weren't on duty? I'd have to show you some of my dance moves. Sir.
This music is interesting. I wonder if I can find a copy to bring back to the flotilla. Hey there, welcome to Flex.
Alright, so here's what I'm going to do. I am going to do this, but I'm going to try and get as much money as I can without getting caught by Doran, and then just, well, give the device to Doran. Okay. Okay. This is a fun little mini game. I kind of wish there were more of these simple ones.
often see someone getting as lucky as you.
Okay. Ooh. Let's pay out. Gosh darn it. If you get it just right, you can get 20 or 19 very effectively. Shoot.
Your luck seems unnatural, human.
So I gotta ask, do you guys wish that there would be more of these kinds of mini games like this, or do you prefer multiplayer more? Or maybe that's a dumb question, exploring worlds and finding more enemies and all of that. Just curious. There we go. Alright. Now, I am not going to keep playing. I have $800. Now let's see what happens when I talk to Doran.
Hello again. Can I help you?
I've got something you might be interested in.
Let me see that. You got that from Shells, didn't you? I saw him using it earlier. Tossed him out on his ass for it, too. Thanks for bringing this to me.
Cheaters shouldn't prosper.
I agree with you on that. Thanks again. Take a few shots at the Quasar. On the house.
I should be going.
Enjoy your time here at Flux.
So, in addition to the 800 that I got, I now got 18,600 more from just doing that. So I got more extra winnings in the process.
So, did you record 5 wins with the device yet?
Actually, I gave your device to Doran.
But that was years of work. What am I gonna do now?
You could put your talents to better use.
You're no help at all. This is absolutely the worst day of my life.
Well, that's too bad. You shouldn't be breaking the law. That one was pretty simple. You know, you could go Paragon, you could go Renegade, or you could just get caught. Those are other additional options you could go with that side mission.
This isn't a proof of purchase. It's a bank statement. It shows that I bought something from you, and I bought it. Well, thank you for buying from me, but this still doesn't prove that you purchased that item from my store. But I didn't buy anything else here. How do I know that? If you don't have the proof of purchase, I can't help you. But... Sorry.
Welcome back.
There we go, getting a few more licenses and upgrades. Oh.
Hey, Commander Shepard, it's me, Conrad Werner. Remember me? There are rumors on the extranet that you've been made the first human Spectre. That's incredible.
Being a Spectre is a big responsibility. I just want to make humanity proud.
The vids are all talking about Commander Shepard fighting for all of us back home. And they also say that you don't take crap from anybody. You're showing them what humans can do. Hey, can I get your picture?
I don't have a problem with it, but why?
You're a hero, Shepard. Decades from now, humanity's going to remember you, and I'll have your picture. Just hold up your gun. Perfect. Thanks again, Commander. I'm gonna hang this in my living room. My wife will love it.
Oh, Conrad. If you keep up with him, you'll be able to see more of him in the future.
Yes, human. You need something, yes?
Let me see what you had.
Oh, you will be pleased, I think.
Oops.
Yes, human. You need... Oh, you...
Here we go. Get armory license. Okay. Oh, who are you? Wait. Oh. I need to save. Okay, so this mission is very specific to your Earthborn background. So your military service, I think, is right, or is it psychological profile? I think it's your psychological profile that pertains to any side mission, any specific quest-related side mission on the Citadel. Your military service is out about in space, much like, you know, the war hero, the soul survivor, or in my case, actually, soul survivor is the other one, or the ruthless background. This time, it is the Earthborn, the colonist, and the spacer background. So I have currently the Earthborn background, and Finch is the first part of that.
They told me it was you, but I didn't believe it. Shepard grew up and turned into a soldier.
Have we met?
Name's Finch. You probably don't remember me, but we ran together in the 10th Street Reds. Maybe you don't remember it yourself, running in a gang. None of the vids mention it when they're talking about you.
My history is a matter of public record. I've got nothing to hide.
Really? What if someone gave an interview talking about Commander Shepard's history in the gangs? We're not trying to cause you trouble, Shepard. We just want a favor, for old time's sake. One of the Reds, Kurt Wiseman, got picked up by Turians. We'd like you to talk to the Turian guard in the bar and get Kurt out.
What was this guy arrested for?
Some stupid minor offense. Maybe he had a little red sand. You know how the Turians are. They declared him a problem, and they're shipping him back for a trial.
You're not asking me to break Wiseman out of jail, are you?
Of course not. But word has it you've got some pull with the aliens. All we're asking you to do is pull a little for us.
What was one of the 10th Street Reds doing in Turian space?
Since your days, the Reds have expanded. We do some salvage, a little shipping here and there, that kind of thing.
My gang days are over, Finch. Get out of my way.
Suit yourself, Shepard. If you change your mind, he's over in Cora's den. Take care of this, and you'll never see me again. And Shepard, you might not run with the Reds anymore, but you really don't want us as your enemies.
Okay. Alright. So this only happens probably for anyone who has an Earthborn background. So depending on what background you have, you may be only seeing this once. What I'm going to do is something probably a little different. Excuse me. Excuse me.
Can I help you?
A human named Finch wanted me to use my authority as a Spectre to free Kurt Wiseman.
The xenophobe? I should have known he'd have friends. Thank you for the information. We'll increase the guard on his cell.
I knew you'd rat us out, Shepard. Now it's payback time. When we're through telling our story, the aliens will all know what the first human Spectre really is.
My bio is public record. Everyone knows that I ran with gangs as a kid.
They don't know that the Reds target aliens specifically. We've got the backers to handle off-world missions. Your alien friends won't like you so much when they hear what...
What do you want, Finch? What gets you out of my life?
What do I want? I want aliens off of Earth. I want the Council to stay out of humanity's business.
The 10th Street Reds was a gang, not an Earth First movement.
They're a human movement now. You think the Vids will make that distinction? I can find a dozen Reds who'll swear they saw you kill aliens for fun. Who's going to believe you then?
Alright, so... you could fight him, you could immediately shoot him, or you could go through the Paragon or Renegade options. But in this case, I am going to just use the Paragon choice.
If you want humanity to be strong, a smear attack on the first human Spectre is a bad idea.
The Spectre is right. This is humanity's chance to prove itself. There's even talk of earning a council seat.
Of course you'd side with Shepard. You want someone who's in bed with your kind.
We need the other races, Finch. That's the best way to strengthen humanity.
Fine, Shepard, you're right. You're not one of the Reds. Maybe you never were.
That man is a xenophobe who thinks he can blackmail a Spectre. You should have killed him.
That's not the way I work.
Goodbye, human. It'll be interesting to see what kind of Spectre you turn out to be.
Very interesting indeed. I could have shot him, but really, honestly, it wouldn't have made my Shepard any different. And I would be more appreciative in changing that aspect. Okay, so we have gone through all of the... Here we go. We have gone through everywhere in the lower wards, and now we're going to head up to the Presidium to see if there's anything left. We'll also make sure to close some other side missions in which we needed to talk to certain characters about.
Your Noveria report raised a few eyebrows in the Council, Shepard. I can't believe you let that Queen live. There's a reason their species was nearly wiped out. You should have finished them off.
This Queen isn't like the others. She's not interested in conquest or war.
Really? I'm glad you're an expert in a species we know virtually nothing about. I hope we're both still around in 50 years to see if you're right.
Genocide of an entire species is a terrible tragedy, Ambassador. Shepard did the right thing.
Fine. I'll just tell everyone we figured it was a good idea to release a fertile Rachni queen in the wilds of Noveria. I'm sure nobody will have a problem with that.
Yes, Commander?
Do you know anything about Vermeer?
Sorry, Shepard. I've never even heard of it before all this. You'll have to go out there and check it out for yourself.
Where can I find Admiral Kahoku?
Last I heard, he was up in the tower trying to get the Council to investigate Bane's death. Is there anything else, Commander?
I should go.
I'll be here if you need anything.
Now, I was initially planning on actually heading back to the Citadel after picking up Liara, because there are conversations between Udina and Anderson about each mission after you complete them. So, in case anyone was curious. Any new dialogue?
Shepard, what can I do for you now?
I'll be going now.
Goodbye.
Well, whoops. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and talk to Nasana Dantius.
Commander Shepard, I am Nasana Dantius. I see you got my message.
It sounded like you needed some help.
I do. My sister Dahlia is a crewman on the cargo vessel operating out beyond the fringes of the Traverse. Her ship was attacked by privateers. There were no reported survivors.
I'm sorry for your loss.
This is where it gets complicated. Last week, I received a message with her voice on it. Dahlia is alive. The rest of the crew was killed, but she was taken prisoner. The slavers demanded a huge ransom from me in exchange for returning her unharmed.
Why didn't the raiders kill Dahlia along with everyone else?
My sister probably told them who she was. My family's very wealthy, Shepard. They must have realized she was worth more to them alive.
Coming up with the ransom seems like the best way to ensure Dahlia's safety.
That's what I thought. I did what they wanted. Transferred the funds to the account they specified. Only they never released her. They haven't contacted me since. I've made a terrible mistake, Shepard. I'm a diplomatic emissary. By law, I'm required to report any attempted extortion to CSEC immediately. But I was afraid for Dahlia, so I just paid the ransom. Now she's still missing. And if anyone finds out what I did, I could end up in jail.
Why would they put you in jail? You're the victim here.
Government representatives on the Citadel are not allowed to negotiate with terrorists. It's too dangerous. Paying a ransom would only encourage more kidnappings. I support the law in theory, but when I got the message, all I could think about was Dahlia's safety. I doubt they would actually send me to prison for what I did, but they would strip me of my post, and Dahlia would still be in the hands of the slavers.
You want me to find her and bring her back?
You only need to bring her back. I've already found her for you. I tracked the ransom payment through several accounts. Eventually, it led to a small mercenary band operating out of the Artemis Tau cluster. I need you to go to the Merc base, take them out, and bring my sister back. You shall be well rewarded.
Anything you can tell me about the mercs who have your sister?
Pretty much what you'd expect. Rough, dangerous, and well-armed. Nothing a Spectre cannot handle, though.
Can't you hire someone else to do this?
I do not want to take chances with my sister's life. I need a Spectre. Besides, you operate outside official channels. My superiors cannot find out I never reported the ransom in the first place.
How'd you find out who was behind the ransom?
I have resources. Contacts and credits can go a long way, especially if you're willing to bend the rules. I already broke the law when I paid the ransom. This couldn't make things any worse.
Keep your reward. I'll bring your sister back. I promise.
Thank you, Shepard. I knew you were the right man for the job. Come back and see me when the job is done.
Alright, well, so we've got that mission. Oops. Well, so just kind of curious, how are you guys faring in your own playthroughs of Mass Effect so far? Are you done? Have you essentially, are you still starting? Like, what's your progress? I'm kind of curious. I'm always happy to hear how far everyone is going, or how everyone is faring, really, with the first Mass Effect so far, because it is. The funny thing about Mass Effect 1 is the fact that this is the gameplay, the worlds, the structure, everything about it was initially what BioWare used to be before essentially becoming part of EA's division. And the funny thing about that is is that Electronic Arts didn't purchase them until the year that they were releasing the game. So this game was originally from Microsoft. It was not EA. That's why it's so different. And it is basing off of the masterpieces of Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic that BioWare did with them 3 years ago. And Jade Empire 2 years before that. Or maybe it was last year. I think it was 2006. But yeah, this is why it's so different and way more expansive. Kind of toned it down for a more general audience, so to speak.
The Krogan rebelled against the Council, yet they have a statue on the Citadel. And we Quarians still live as outcasts.
This place is a little too perfect. They're hiding something. I can't tell the aliens from the animals.
Okay. So let's talk to the shopkeeper. We're going to skip a little bit. There we go. Yeah, I won't normally buy weapons or armor on the Citadel, just the upgrades and the licenses, until, you know, I have everything that I need and I have so much money to use that I can take the time. Oh, this guy. And her.
To tell me what my husband would want.
I'm the only person making sense right now. You're endangering your baby.
This baby is the only thing I have left of Jake. I don't care what you think, Michael. It's my decision.
I know you're hurting, Rebecca, but don't let your grief hurt your baby too.
Can I help you with anything?
Perhaps you can talk some sense into her.
I don't need anyone to talk sense into me, Michael. I'm not undergoing the treatments.
My sister-in-law here is pregnant, and she's refused to let the baby undergo gene therapy in utero.
I'm certain that she has a good reason. I'd like to hear both sides.
My husband Jacob died from a rare heart condition several months ago.
There's a chance that the baby could develop the same heart condition, but routine gene therapy can eliminate it.
A very small chance, Michael. And extranet reports say the therapy could harm the child.
It's less dangerous than the genetic enhancements that every soldier in the Alliance receives.
What are the chances that your child will develop the heart condition?
According to the doctors, there's a 1 in 50 chance. And if my baby develops the condition, medical treatments are available.
Which are nowhere near as effective as simply getting the gene therapy.
What are the chances that gene therapy could hurt the baby?
1 in 300 at most.
But extranet articles say there could still be long-term complications we don't know about. Don't you understand? If my baby is that 1 in 300, I will always wonder if I killed my baby for nothing.
So there is no right answer to this, if we're being completely honest. But I am going to let her choose, and, well, the women normally have the best instincts in terms of choosing for their child, in my humble opinion.
It's Rebecca's child, Michael. I think you should honor her decision.
Damn it, she's not choosing. She's acting blindly out of grief.
I know you want the best for your brother's child, but this isn't your decision.
Of course it is! I'm the closest thing to a father this baby is going to have.
Then support the baby's mother. Stand with her when she makes tough decisions.
This baby is the only thing my brother... It's all I have left of him. I need to know that the baby's safe.
It's all I have left too, Michael.
I just want Jacob's child to be safe. I want to give him that much.
We will. I promise. Thank you for talking with us. I appreciate it.
So yeah, there's essentially 4 different ways that could have gone, you know. You side with Rebecca, or Michael, both of which are Paragon or Renegade choices. Or you choose not to help. Or you don't even have the conversation.
The Protheans obviously understood the aesthetic value of the mass relays. Something we Quarians have learned to appreciate during our wanderings. They built a lake on a space station. I can't even imagine the resources needed to maintain it. My people used to have an embassy here, but after we created the Geth, they were no longer welcome.
Before I go to the Citadel Tower... Oh, yeah. Alright. There's always this one little area that's really well hidden beneath everything else, and I normally just want to check it just in case.
My people are wanderers, not military leaders. All this fighting seems strange. It must be more familiar for you, Chief Williams.
Trying to take down a rogue Spectre and his army of synthetics? No, they didn't cover this in basic.
Let's see.
Sounds good. Some of the others are going for Novio's farewell thing.
Damn, I forgot that was today. Where's he going again?
Novaria. Apparently, they've got a huge demand for corporate security.
Novaria? Isn't that the frozen planet?
Yeah, I wouldn't go, but I guess the pay's pretty good.
You think it's expensive to live here?
Sometimes I get bored and I want to actually rehear certain characters' conversations.
A few of my people have visited here on their pilgrimage, but their descriptions of the wards hardly do them justice.
I've heard some humans are angry at the Quarians after the attack on Eden Prime. After all, you created the Geth.
The Geth killed billions and forced us from our homeworld. Most Quarians believe we have paid properly for our mistake.
Hopefully, having you with us fighting Saren will change people's minds.
That is the hope. So there is at least I will at least be heading back to the Citadel at least one more time before heading to Vermeer. Just to finish off the remainder of those side missions here on the Citadel.
Binary Helix has settled out of court with a Krogan group that had accused the Genetics Corporation of fraud. The Krogan group had contracted Binary Helix to perform studies with a long-range goal of curing their genetic sterilization. The group later sued for a return of investment money when the study produced no viable results.
No, there goes the water. Let's see. Just gonna check really quickly here. We've got some extra hacking. You know what? There. Making sure that that is all said and done. First aid, advanced damping. Let's give you first aid. Then let's do that. Let's see. I believe I have Liara with pistols, Caden with pistols, Garrus with sniper rifles, Rex with, I believe, assault rifles and shotguns. I think more shotguns might be in order here, but I'm already using assault rifles and sniper rifles, essentially. I'll I'll put a little bit more on shotgun here, but I won't go any higher than pistols and shotguns, in at least my playthrough anyway. I'll go for more assault rifles and sniper rifles, finish up with first aid, and then maybe if I have more points, I'll put everything up to fitness. I don't know. Something I like to think about. Okay, so next up. Yeah, I'm gonna use more shotguns on you. Oh, and let's see. Kylesk8r24 gave me yet another stupid ad. Sorry guys, if I'm not fans of ads, of buying followers and viewers, you clearly don't know who I am. So, no thanks. Yeah, let's give you more assault rifles. Alright, now I'll keep going.
Any news? Did you find my brother yet?
I found your brother's body. His ship was attacked by privateers.
Willem's dead? I guess I should have expected this. When his ship dropped out of contact, I just knew. But I kept hoping he might still be alive.
I'm sorry for your loss.
Thank you for finding him. It's better to know one way or the other. That's what they say, right? Please excuse me. I need to go make arrangements for his funeral.
All right. Wait. Oh yeah, it's the reporter.
Commander Shepard, could I have another word with you? Hello again, Commander. I've got a proposition for you. Since you helped me get information on the crime syndicate, I've gotten a lot more backing from my publishers. I'm investigating traffic controller conditions now, and I wondered if you could help.
That seems like a step down from wide-scale corruption.
Actually, in a way, it's more important. This isn't about people getting rich. This is about safety. I've heard rumors that the space traffic controllers are overworked to a dangerous degree. I can't get into the control room, but you could. If you planted a bug inside, I could crack the story.
If you crack this story, what's likely to happen?
Ideally, there will be calls to improve working conditions by hiring more controllers and upgrading systems. The Council won't pay for improvements voluntarily. This story will provide that pressure.
Apologies again. Looks like some of my family is already watching something where you can hear the music in the background. So we're just gonna keep chugging along here.
What will this bug allow you to pick up?
Just audio and video. I'm not trying to tap into the traffic control system if that's what you're worried about. I just need to hear and see them in order to correlate their activity with traffic efficiency.
Everyone knows space traffic controllers are overworked. How is this news?
There's a difference between overworked and dangerous. Traffic at the Citadel has increased by 300% in the last century, but traffic controller resources haven't kept up. We already have several last-minute wave-offs per week. Do we have to wait for a full-blown disaster?
This bug you want me to plant, could it interfere with traffic signals?
Absolutely not. I made certain that the frequencies it uses won't interfere with anything.
I can't promise anything, but I'll see what I can do. Give me the bug.
Excellent. Just place it on a terminal with a good view of the area. Thanks again for your help. In the long run, this story is going to save lives.
That's the hope, anyway. Alright, well, because I'm gonna have to go back and actually talk to her again just to reconfirm, I am, however, going to plant this bug and then come back up to the Citadel Tower to not only finish that job with Emily, but also talk to Admiral Kahoku. So there's going to be a reason for me to continue going back and forth in this manner. And there you have it. That's pretty much it. So, let's see. To my knowledge, there were 3 different missions that I kind of put off to essentially give more context to certain story dialogue. Because there always is the possibility that you just suddenly stumble upon certain side missions without even realizing it. Like, you can pick up Rex's family armor even before you have a conversation with him. And I don't think that's always the best thing to do, simply because there's no context to seeing what you can actually do or hear about. So.
I'm already getting readings. This is gonna make a great story. Thank you so much for your help. Here, this is everything I've got from my publisher's budget.
It was no problem. Good luck with your story. It deserves to be heard.
I appreciate your support. I hope this will save some lives in the long run. Thanks again for your help. I'm gonna show this to my publisher.
Alright, so level 38, and there are a lot of other missions to deal with, but let's see. I've got the Geth incursions. That's gonna be a long mission. I can already tell. These ones aren't as bad. These are just resources. Let's see. I see at least 6 missions. Provided I don't have any more missions. But there very well could be.
Commander, any word on my missing men?
I'm not sure how to tell you this, Admiral. Your men were killed by a thresher maw.
A thresher maw? That's not... My men wouldn't just stumble into a thresher nest. Not the entire unit.
Somebody lured them there with an Alliance distress beacon. Placed it perfectly so they'd land right beside the thresher nest.
Damn it. I had a bad feeling about this ever since my team disappeared. An Alliance beacon used as bait, my unit wiped out, and nobody seems to know anything about it. Commander, I appreciate what you did. Now I need to do my part. The families of those Marines deserve to know why they died.
Captain Anderson said you had information on Baines.
Not as much as I'd like to. One of my crews found it, frozen stiff on board a derelict vessel. The missing recon group? The one I sent you to find? They were scouting the system we found Baines' ship in.
Anything you need from me?
Not right now, Shepard, but I'll let you know as soon as I find something out.
Okay, well, now we have 7. Or 8. We're gonna have a lot more missions this time around heading into space. And if you happen to see the last time that I went around flying into space, doing all these different side missions, then you'll know how long that can take. So.
Is it common for human women to be front-rank fighters, Chief Williams? I know that Solarian women do not serve in the military.
It's becoming more common, but it took a long time to prove that ladies could handle an assault rifle or a shotgun.
On the flotilla, we don't have the luxury of sexism. We need the best hands for every available job.
Sounds nice, but I don't think I could get used to the uniform.
Okay, so... Oh. So at this point, here's what I'm going to do for the next several side missions that I'm going to be finding. For all the specific ones, like Garrison Rex, I'll obviously bring Garrison Rex, but all the others, I'm just going to bring different various people. Because we're not bound to the norms of having specific characters throughout the entirety or throughout most of Mass Effect, I'm going to make sure I have as much variety as I can. Whoops. Oh yeah, I've already gone through everyone's inventory. Never mind. So yeah, in that case, I'm going to definitely mix things up, so to speak. So there's now more of that flexibility in comparison to just having Garrison Rex around for 75% of the game in comparison.
Stand by, shore party. Decontamination in progress.
So that's normally pretty nice. Okay.
Logged. The commanding officer is aboard. XO Presley stands relieved.
Alright, well, that's about it for this particular playthrough. I appreciate you all for sticking around at least for this hour. And, well, until next time, take care everyone.